Welcome to the Friends and Rivals podcast.
Let's talk Devils and Islanders, let's talk Penguins and Rangers, but let's not talk about Flyers, cause they're a bunch of fucks, which no one can deny,
And listen, there you have it from that cover. The craziest deal happened, not in the NFL this week. Oh, no. The Friends and Rivals podcast has an absolute banger of a sponsor.
We'll just leave it up for a little bit longer so you can get all the information. They've been very generous in their in the sponsorship deal. It was late night negotiation, but a deal was hammered out. Seesaw Photography, New Jersey's premier media day and high school athletics photography company, is now the proud presenting sponsor of the Friends and Rivals podcast. So welcome to the team, Seesaw Photography.
Oh, shit. Wait, no. I was supposed to hit the applause. Sorry.
I don't know why there was laughter.
Phenomenal photographer, too. So it's good to have a sponsor that is so talented for our podcast.
Absolutely.
Terrific.
With the signing of our new sponsor, I got to take part. You guys were all invited. You guys just didn't want to come down. I've got to meet Kurt Angle over the weekend at a signing down in South Tampa, and man, he's old now. And his neck is just forward, and he is. Yeah. I told him straight up how much I hated him when he was a wrestler. And he goes,
that was good because that was his job.
I get that so much. And it's like, yeah, but you were the fucking best, man. And I had him crack it up a couple times. So
I'm sure you did.
My witty banter. And he's a Nike guy. He's representing.
He got skinny.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see that a lot though with like linemen from football and stuff like that. They don't play football anymore, and they gotta get a little svelte.
Just goes away.
Do they have his gold medals with him?
No gold medals. I didn't see it, but
you won them with a broken freaking neck.
So Ryan got this United States title belt. Like, this is like the real deal. So he's now had Goldberg sign it, and now Kurt Angle signed it, and next on the list, on the hit list, if you will, is Bret the Hitman Hart. That's coming up in a couple weeks. So that belt is getting signed by some.
It's getting some legends,
bangers, man. And Kurt Angle made sure to sign it 2017 HOF.
Wow.
So
legends that he never saw wrestle. That's amazing.
Right. A big thank you to Seesaw Photography and Jag Sports and Entertainment for the hospitality they showed me and my family over the weekend.
They are amazing over there at Jag as well.
Truly amazing.
Yes.
So tonight, so listen, when I get onto something, I don't really stop until I do it. I didn't know if you knew that about me. So somebody,
okay, keep doing it. Yeah.
So I was scrolling through TikTok one night, and my algorithm sent to me Publix Southern Banana Pudding ice cream. And I've been searching for this ice cream for the past 3 weeks. I've gone through a lot of Publix.
He went to all the supermarkets. He went to all the supermarkets except Publix to look for it, and he couldn't find it.
No, it is Publix brand. It's the rich and creamy Southern banana pudding, and it's got the little Nella wafers in there. And listen, I've just been so excited to try that I have a bowl, and I wanted to give it a shot on the air. So these always work well on the air. I could just show you. I should do it in the camera. Right there's an old Nella wafer.
Well, he's taking. He took a bite, and then he took a thought, and then took another bite. I'm going to say I'm looking at his reaction, and to me, he wanted it to be a little better than it is, but I got to wait for him to say that because maybe he's playing cool. So he's taking the third bite,
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
One
Still
bite.
bite.
No. I don't know. Can we infringe? Is that worse than saying Super Bowl? Because that's coming up.
No.
They're
Not
too
now that
lazy.
we're live.
They're too lazy to sue anybody.
If you have any means to get to a Publix and find this ice cream, I implore you to do that.
Oh, see, I misread it. He likes it. Tommy likes it.
Listen, it's like perfectly sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's not overly like fake banana. And vanilla wafers just add a texture to this that is just fucking chef's kiss.
This is going great.
Well done, Publix.
Expired.
Fucking shit.
Okay, you can put it down now and let's start the podcast. Or is somebody else? Would you like somebody else to host while you're doing whatever it is you're doing?
Whatever I'm doing.
7th bite now.
Do I have to rate it out of 10?
Yeah, duh. That's how this
There's
shit
another
works.
bite.
Oh,
So unprofessional.
it's an 8.6.
Wow.
It's an
Pretty good.
8.6. Right off the
pretty
bat,
high.
we got an
That's pretty
8.6.
fucking high.
Sounds pretty
Not the
high.
best ice cream that you ever had in your life, but it's fucking good.
I don't know. Again, I just banana ice cream. I don't know about. I've never had banana ice cream. I know this might shock you guys, but you say so.
What is
That
even
was
the
great.
right word for it? Like I kept saying, he's taking a bite of it. I don't feel like you're taking a bite of an ice cream out of a bowl.
Scoop?
What, just
Oh,
a scoop,
no.
scoop, spoonful.
Well,
I don't know.
a scoop is just, a scoop of ice cream is from an ice cream scooper.
Oh yeah,
But I didn't need an entire scooper. I would have.
You put a you
I
can get a
didn't.
scoop on your spoon, can't you? It doesn't
it
have to be a
spooning?
scooper, does it?
Is it spooning your ice cream?
Spoonful?
Could be a spoonful.
A spoonful of ice
Spoonful
cream.
seems right.
Yeah.
Spoonful of ice cream?
Mm.
We need to invent a better word for that, though. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
A spoon- and also Seesaw had requested some sort of sponsor song, maybe. So I told him we'd workshop that.
Well, it was worked into the contract, I think, that at some point.
And we got time, I think, on it. But
Well, I've got an
wanted to
idea.
get. I of course, I just wanted to get the gears rolling, Bill.
I'm thinking like a seesaw, high and low. I don't know. It's just coming to me from the ether. Like I'm just.
I have a feeling.
Sometimes you don't write the song. It's just you just have to be a vessel to
I
pull
have a
it from
feeling
the
like
heavens.
that might exist already, but okay.
Really?
Could be. I don't know.
Just don't get the one from like Freddy Krueger, because that was creepy.
Mm.
Eesh. Eesh. All right, so I guess we have to talk about the elephant in the room, right? So the letter, part 2, came out from the New York Rangers organization this past week, basically saying we suck this year. We're trading everybody. As you've heard on the Friends and Rivals podcast for the past probably 3 to 4 weeks, that's what I've been saying. So this is a great opportunity to go public, to even entice some of those guys with the no movement clauses to say, yeah, I'm not sticking around for this. I'm 32 years old. I got to get the hell out of here. I can't. This retool is too risky for me. Trade me to a contender.
So the
I'm
letter's
sure-
the enticement. The letter's them going, hey, look, we might have told you in private. Now we put it out there in public.
Yeah.
This shit ain't going the right direction.
And even after this, they were saying that Drury had conversation at a team meeting with the team, and
You would have
Also
a team
had-
meeting with, yes.
a private conversation with Artemi Panarin to inform him that they're not going to be re-signing him, which is basically saying, where you want to go, pal? Now's the time. So, I mean, this is the letter was the only thing I didn't see coming out of this whole thing. I figured they were going to have to do something to get those players maybe that are not part of the core, like it says in the letter. So it clearly says that some of their core players, as well as core prospects will not be in any deals. They're going to hang on to them. So who's
the core? Who's the core?
So JT Miller. Right now it's Mika Zibanejad, Adam Fox, and Igor Shesterkin. And then your prospects include Will Cooley, maybe Braden Schneider, but Schneider's out there. No, Gabe Perreault for sure.
Perreault, right?
Yeah, Gabe Perreault, but I don't think Brennan Hoffman is protected in any way, shape, or form. I think there may be a guy that the kid in Michigan this year, the replacement for Keandre Miller. I don't think he would be dealt at this point in time. But I think everything else is on the table. There's even thoughts about Trocheck and Panarin. But the letter comes out and that the whole hubbub happens and everything else. So there's no more pressure on the Rangers anymore. They should do nothing but go out there and just play hockey, which is what you kind of wanted your team to do from the beginning. And what did they do? They went out and fucking annihilated the Flyers. Fuck the Flyers. Fuck them royally.
Fuck the Flyers.
Fuck them and their goaltending. At this point, no matter how much I like Trevor Zegras, go fuck him. Everybody can go fuck themselves in Philly. But I'm just wondering if this is, all what the team needed to fucking just relax a little bit and just play hockey as opposed to going through the stress and anxiety and holding your sticks and all that. I mean, it's too little too late, but maybe this should have happened sooner.
Yeah, I think next year, if the Rangers lose their first game of the season, just put out the letter. Just do it then.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. They needed something. I'm not sure it was the letter part. And I don't even. Why do we have to fucking do a letter? Why? Why can't Drury, one, speak in public, and two, just make moves and then explain them to the press, or don't even explain them. These were business moves that had to be done.
Explain them. Just make
This is the way we do business. We talked to the player. The player was on board. We satisfied his needs as best we could. You don't need to fucking write a letter. This is the second time. And this whole notion about how you can't do a complete rebuild in New York is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Seriously, the Jets have been doing it for 15 years. You're absolutely right.
Doing it forever. And it seems like the Giants have been at this point too. But the Rangers were onto something when they did tear it all down in 06 and I'm sorry, in 17. They were definitely onto something on that rebuild, and then it just got expedited because of Trouba, because of Aaron, because of everything else.
That's the New York part of it.
Well, I mean, San Jose today traded for Kiefer Sherwood, and Nick claimed on our thread, hey, San Jose is now out of the rebuild. So when you're out of the rebuild, it's assets. It's assets that go elsewhere to bring in players that you need for a win now. And the Rangers did the shortcut on that. I'm not saying it was wrong because it took them to a President's Trophy and to a couple of conference finals and some deep playoff runs that were really, really fun and stressful. But I would go through that stress any day of the week and twice on Sunday, man. And it sucks that we're going to miss it again this year. But if it's all part of Drury and Sullivan's plan to retool this and make this a rough and tough team to play against, they tried to do that when they went after Lindros to be that big, rough and tough team. And I don't know. You fell flat on your face after that. Not saying I'm not trying to make comparisons to rough and tough teams. They're trying to fit the core of the Florida Panthers. That's what they're trying to do. And it looks like nothing is going to get in their way now except for players with no movement clause saying they don't want to be moved. That's the only thing that's going to get in their way. And I think Zibanejad has said that. At least there was reports that he said that.
That he wouldn't?
that he wants to stick around for the rebuild. Adam Fox is in there. Igor Shesterkin is in there. So there's a couple of guys who are there, but there's Artemi Panarin, and he's going to go somewhere and help somebody this season. And like I said in our thread, I hoped it was San Jose before they traded for Sherwood. Man, that would have been nice to get to put Panarin with Celebrini. That would have been something. Have the they would, I don't know who they would play in the first round, but that would be a really fun series to watch. Just throwing that out there.
Can we talk about the Sherwood trade a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't need to talk about the fucking letter part 2 anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
So what's interesting, and I did say this in the text, was like this must be the end of their rebuild, because listen, Greer came in, they just shit the bed for a couple of years purposely to tear everything down and find hopefully a few franchise players, and clearly Macklin Celebrini is going to be a top player in this league, top 3 player in the next 10 years for sure. That kid's unreal. So they got him. They got the guy. They got a few other blue chip prospects who they're trying to build around. Will Smith. They got Michael Misa this year. A whole bunch of guys, right? They have a bunch of guys coming off defensively. I was looking at their contracts this year. 4 of their defensemen are coming off as UFAs. They could sign whoever they want, essentially. They have a number of guys that are coming off their UFA this year from a forward perspective. Defense, they got Carey Price's contract is actually going to be done. If you remember, they had pulled that on, as part of like dead weight deals for assets, but that's gone after this year. Not that I don't know, it doesn't count against cap, but regardless.
Yeah, it does. It counts. But it counts. It counts toward LTIR, so they can go above the cap.
Because all right, whatever. It's a season-ending one. I don't know how that works. Actually, I'm not really sure. I thought it was.
Then they get the full value of the contract to use above the cap.
Okay. Yeah. No, whatever. Same deal. Anyway, they had Nick Leddy was put on waivers and blah blah blah. What I found interesting about all this, right, was there's a lot of moving parts here, but they clearly have a core of guys, a few guys they're going to build around. It seems like they'll start to really load up, starting this year or next year, really. But this guy, I was looking at Kiefer Sherwood. I wasn't even familiar with him, to be completely honest. He's 30 years old. He's never scored 20 goals in a season, but he's going to this year. He's a late bloomer. He hasn't played a lot of games. I mean, the most games it looked like he played from the 2018 to 2023 season, he only played most seasons under 15, 20 games. I don't know if he was hurt a bunch. I really don't know enough about this guy, but he never really scored much. And then it was last year he played 78 games. He had 40 points, just under 19 goals, just under 20. But this year, 23 total points, 17 goals, 6 assists in 44 games. Not bad, but is he 2 second-round picks? That's 2 pretty good pieces of things they're throwing. I'm guessing
and a player. There was a player too involved.
And a player, right? Like a whatever the players are. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it was like a defenseman, 7th defenseman. Not maybe he works that, maybe doesn't, right? But the interesting thing I thought was this guy's doesn't have a long contract. He's clearly this is his second year of 2. It's making $1.5 million. He's a very cheap asset, right? Very cheap. He's not signed next year. He's 30. This is a clearly we want to make the playoffs. This is a playoff guy. You don't make these kind of moves unless
but they say his next contract would be 5 over 5.5, something like that. It's so manageable.
First off, he's never scored 20 goals. He can't.
Right. That's why it's going to be lower.
It's got to be low, right?
You think it's going to be lower than that?
Who the hell knows, man?
I just think the value of the contracts are going up, and that may be where kind of he fits in.
Right. It's just a strange move to me to send 2 seconds. But then again, the Sharks have drafted like a million people in the last few years. They may be at the contract cap thing where they're just like, we're gonna have too many contracts to deal with for young kids coming in, and maybe they're just like they don't need as many draft picks coming up, right? It may be that they just don't need them. But to be honest, I found it very interesting of a trade. I didn't quite grasp it. I guess, they want some more forward, obviously depth for scoring. Guy can clearly finish, and they want to probably put him up with, maybe I'm not sure with Mac, but they're definitely gonna put him up with some of their other guys to set him up for some goals. But they are currently
they have almost $8 million in cap space right now.
Yeah, they
Jesus
cap space.
All right, they could trade for Panarin right now. That'd be fine.
They could trade for Panarin. It's possible.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Nick.
I didn't think it made sense to me. I thought Sharks honestly needed more defensive pieces. I mean, for this year, but listen, whatever floats their boat. I mean, they're third in the Pacific, 51 points. I don't know. The West is not great. They can easily get in to the playoffs, and it seems like unless Mac gets hurt, they're basically going to make it. I think. I don't see them losing out to some of these other teams. I mean,
they could use a goaltender pretty bad, actually.
They want Jacob Markstrom.
They got Bill's favorite Alex Needle not going to work here no more, and Yaroslav Askarov. Oh, that's the guy they got from Nashville, right?
Yeah, he was a big
deal.
Yeah,
he's the guy that they're
maybe they don't
banking on, but he's 23. Not every goalie gets there at that age. They're not. Maybe not the guy, but
man,
I don't know, man.
He's controllable though for a while.
They're going to very quickly be in a position where the Devils were, where they had to sign these big guys. These guys
got to re-sign. Yeah, they got to re-sign their talent.
They're going to have to. In 2 years, Mac's going to be signed to whatever the cap's going to be, 13, 15 million. God knows what it is going to be in a couple of years.
And I mean, right now they're doing well, but they're they're tied for 8th seed.
Yeah,
and there's 2 teams with the same amount of points on the outside looking in. So they're really on the cusp of making the playoffs. They're not.
They're right there.
They're one of 4 teams battling for 7th and 8th.
Yeah. And
5 teams, really.
The other thing to consider, too, is they got like one more year of Erik Karlsson's retained $1.5 million retained. They still got 4 more years.
That guy.
4 more years of Hurdle retained at 1.3.
Yeah, they just signed Hurdle right to that contract extension.
They signed him, and they traded him. Yeah, it was too much money for him, and they need to get out of that deal. But they got I don't know, man. They're an interesting team to watch. I'm not saying they're blowing their rebuild by any means, because they've got some absolute monster pieces. But it's going to be really interesting to see a team like this because they have so much cap space. They've traded a bunch of their lower picks in the next couple of years coming up already. So they only have their first this year, and it's the Oilers pick, which is going to be kind of low.
Low.
Yeah, but they don't have a third this year. They don't have a second or third the next year. They don't have a third, fourth, or fifth the following year. They've started that process. I just don't see where they are exactly. They're going to have a big, UFA season. It seems like next year.
There's really no UFAs out there,
and they got a lot of cap space. But what are they? I just don't know. I'm just so confused by this team a little bit. By the move. I mean, maybe it's just the start, and they're going to make some big moves. Maybe they make a push for Panarin, and maybe it's the Sharks organization being like, "Hey, time. We got our guy. Now you got to really build it because we've sucked for the last 3 years." But I don't know, man. It was really, to me, I was looking at it. I was like, I don't get it. I'm just maybe I'm not seeing the big picture of it. But to me, it seems like a very short-term deal to try and really get over the playoffs. But he didn't seem like the guy that they needed. But maybe they see something different. Maybe they see him as a 35 scorer.
But maybe it's not Panarin that they go after. Maybe it's Dougie Hamilton that they go after and get help on their defense. or what they perceive to be
Yes.
help on their
Right.
D10s. He can come here. He can fix
I
us.
agree.
He can be a
agree.
number 2 on the power play. He can come in here and play
He's
so
a
many
good fit.
roles.
He's a good
PK. There's a lot there. I made the
like that
correlation
better.
because of Drury and Greer's relationship that they have. They're butt buddies. So
I like that one
I'm
better.
sure that was wrong, but
No, it was right on time. Right, perfectly set.
okay, good. Okay.
But anyway, I just found it such an interesting trade to me. I get the guy has upside and it's really cheap and inexpensive, but throw in a couple seconds that way is usually that's Devin Taves trade. Man.
Right. That's a
Come on, man.
that's an
Exactly
NHL.
right.
That's a future NHLer.
That's a legit amount. So
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
and then
see.
you get the Vegas Golden Knights. And where did they get these fucking prospects and they get these fucking draft assets from? I'll never know because it seems like they trade everything every
Unlimited.
year.
Unlimited.
It's just shocking. I think they have a conditional first round pick in the trade for 2028. Bonkers, absolutely bonkers for Rasmus Anderson, who is he's definitely going to fit the bill and be a solid defenseman for you.
They need their organization. Someone should look and see if they have like a specific math guy. They got a Bill there who is just like,
It's Vegas, dude.
every trade.
It's Vegas.
Every trade, they just make some small adjustments, and they just are able to Tetris everything in, and it's impressive, man. I don't know. I've never seen a team out do this.
What was Robert De
me
Niro's
amazing.
character name in Casino? Because that's the guy that Vegas hired.
Moment, he hasn't been the same in the 3 games.
His name was Robert De Niro. It's the same
No,
character.
there
He
you go.
played
This
in
character-
Goodfellas.
no.
It's the same.
No,
his
it
name
was a
Robert
different
De Niro.
guy. It was a different guy.
Yeah.
But look at their active injuries are out of control. They have
Yeah, but this was to fill
mackerel.
Petrangelo's injury. That's why they went out and got him. That's
Yeah.
I mean, they still had to give
Makes
up
sense.
assets, but that's why he could fit under their current cap structure.
And by the way,
Again.
they don't have a first for the next 2 years, this year or next year.
Yeah.
And potentially 28, dude. If they go to the cup this year,
Right.
that
The second
that
becomes a
turns
first.
into a first. Yeah.
Correct. And that's listen. If that happens and they win the cup, like they don't care.
Have they played Colorado this year? I wonder what their head-to-head against Colorado is this year.
Their philosophy at this point is just building through other teams' players.
That's it. But they've had some players just have pretty long contracts on there, right? Mark Stone seems like he's been there forever, albeit he's hurt every single fucking year. He's been there for a really long time. Eichel's going on what 3-4 years now. Hurdle's going to be there for a while. I mean, they got long-term contracts.
Eichel and Marner are 23 and 24.
And Marner, right?
Okay. Stone has got one more year, but he's at 9.5. I mean, after next year, so I mean, who knows? They could move him.
Yeah,
because they're in Vegas. Who knows? But after next year, he comes off. He's going to come probably for a lot less. I can't imagine he's going to sign for anywhere near that. The Hurdle contract, obviously, they got him at a slight discount because the Sharks are just eating 1.3 of that 6 point. It was a $8 million deal. Slight discount. Well, I think that was a masterclass in trade, to be honest. If Hurdle works out, I mean, Jesus, you give him a discount. They didn't have to do anything. Some assets, blah blah. I mean, it's crazy. Obviously, Petro is probably done. Yeah, but you got Shea Theodore till 2032, Hannafin till 2032, and now they're gonna re-sign, I'm sure, Rasmussen till whenever. But I mean, they just keep creating these trades that give them these long-term assets. I mean, outside of Theodore, Hannafin, Eichel, Marner, Stone, Hurdle, all those guys.
They're there.
Were trades. They were trades. They were not, and those are the big guys. That's all. I mean, Marner was a UFA, but
is Rasmussen going to be an RFA or is he going to be UFA at the end of the year?
no, he's a UFA. He's
UFA.
29. Yeah, but I would imagine he's probably. I mean, like we all think, he's probably going to resign there, but he's got to play there a little bit. Who knows? They'll figure it
So
out.
Who knows?
Oh,
Well,
oh,
it all depends on if Petrangelo comes back next year. There's not re-signing him because they can't afford him, and that's basically it. Petrangelo is the reason why they got him.
Yeah.
0-2 versus Colorado this year. Early season 4-2 loss, which included an empty netter, and more recently a 6-5 loss.
Oh,
And they do not play again the rest of the year, which I thought was weird.
they played twice, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't see another game on the schedule.
Yep.
Wow.
I'll look again though.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're two different. They're in two different divisions.
Yeah.
different
right.
divisions,
Have to
right?
be. Have to be.
Essential.
Yeah. So no more games against Colorado.
Except in the Western Conference Final, which
Potentially.
would be fun.
Which would be a good one. Which would be
fun.
very good one.
Would be fun. All right. It's enough trades.
30 minutes in.
Look, after the letter went out, it was a beatdown of the Flyers, which we alluded to earlier on in the podcast. And the main culprit, Mika Zibanejad, he's been fucking on fire since the turn of the calendar year. I think he leads the league in goals and points. So, yay. Too little, too late, but fantastic to see you coming around, Mika. Good to know it's still in there.
He does tend to go on these kind of streaks, though, every now and then. We're like, even in these dry seasons, I mean, at some point, he seems like he's the hottest player in the league.
March, yeah, he's got a couple more.
Mika March.
Got a couple more.
Usually when he's playing the Flyers.
Well, sadly, I think we got one game left against the Flyers. We're fucked now. Because he's had 3 hat tricks against the Flyers, and the third one came on Saturday, and fuck the Flyers. But before the Flyer game, before the letter, the Rangers were just playing pathetic hockey. Got annihilated by the Ottawa Senators. It wasn't a pretty game. And if you're looking to attract a player like Brady Tkachuk to your team, you did a really poor job. And it was just with I don't care how much Brady and Matthew Tkachuk say on their podcast about what it's like playing in Madison Square Garden, because I'm sure they're right. It's probably the most wonderful thing on earth. But you play a shitty game like that in front of a player that you potentially won your team as a physical presence. Didn't look good. But the letter came out and all the pressure's off, and now this week they're on the West Coast. They got games tonight in Anaheim against the Ducks and Chris Kreider. The backup boys getting a start because tomorrow night will be Jonathan Quick's first start in LA since being traded, which is it's bonkers to me, right?
It's a long fucking time ago.
But yeah, I think it just worked out that way. He was with them last year, but Shesterkin got the call just because of the rotation or something. That's what they say anyway. But they'll play the Kings tonight or tomorrow night, and then a couple of days they'll play the Sharks. I think that it's going to be the Sharks' first home game after a long East Coast road trip. So who knows? But who knows what fireworks that we'll see at that game with regards to trades. Then the Rangers come home after that. But it's really this West Coast trip that I think Drury's kind of looking at. And if he's gonna give them one last shot, which I think you're pot committed at this point. Even if you turn around and win your next 5 games and win your next 6 games going into the Olympic break, you still got to blow it up.
No, you wrote a letter. You don't have a choice.
But do you? Can you back off of that? Is there any backing off of that letter now?
No.
Or that's it. We're all in.
You wrote a letter.
If I'm saying it went 6-0 and we beat the fucking snot out of people like 6-2, 7-2, 8-2 every single night with fucking Spencer Martin and Jonathan Quick in net.
Yep, you wrote a letter. Sorry,
you're already pot committed, and you're 2 points out of the 8th spot at that point.
You wrote a letter.
Wow, you wrote a letter.
No one's going to
And
trade with you.
You can rescind the letter.
No one's going to trade with you. They're going to
Because-
consider you a liar, pants on fire,
At
and not trade with you.
2018, I think the St. Louis Blues were in the exact same position the Rangers are, and they won the Cup that year. Not saying that that's going to happen.
You got to fire Sullivan and hire.
Yeah.
What-
Yeah, I forgot who they hired that year.
This will
Who
be
they
the
hired?
Rangers in the playoffs.
Not even supposed to be here today.
No, I don't foresee that happening, but I guess you can't back off the letter, and that's it.
No,
That's it. You just wrote a letter.
that's it. You wrote a letter. That's like running for office in the United States for some position in the government, making promises. When you get elected, you have to do what you promised.
And they all do. I mean, that's
That's-
the most reliable thing about
That's
our
what
nation.
it's a campaign
did-
promise for a reason.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just say that to begin
That's
with?
exactly what it's like.
Duh.
Iron
So Steve,
clad.
did the Devils write a letter to their fans?
No, because that's fucking stupid.
There you go. There you go.
They just suck on a regular basis. That's it. They don't. The Devils fans don't need a letter to know what's going on. You got a GM
Right.
who finally came out of hiding to say, "No, everything's going great, right according to plan. Don't you worry about it."
Oh,
Is
we
that
got
what like the dumpster
breaking
on
news.
fire in the background?
breaking news?
What?
We have
There's a
breaking
new-
news.
There's a new letter. It's from the New York Jets. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. That's the entire letter.
That's it. And
That's
you know
it.
what? Again, not shocking anybody with
Everybody in the comments are saying we know and we agree. Thank you for letting us know. That was the sentiment.
Well, at least we know Woody Johnson knows how to write.
You think
It was
Drury
written
wrote
crayons.
that letter?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
think-
Somebody wrote it for him.
yeah, no.
Drury
In a
went to
kid?
ChatGPT and went.
This is Chris
"Can you
Drury
write me a
typing
letter
that
on
letter
how
out
to
on
read
an
His
old
own name
typewriter.
is spelled wrong. It says
How do
Wadi.
you
I
spell
don't think.
retool? How do you spell retool?
Yeah. It's not looking good.
Margaret, what's another word for suck?
Jets.
His secretary's
Oh.
name, Margaret. Yes. So is it me? I'm sorry. Was that a lead into me? I don't even know how far down.
It was 1000% a lead
Okay.
into you. I'm glad you felt and just bang you saw it.
Just knew
You
it.
took it.
Hamilton sits a game, comes back into the lineup. They win 2 games, one against Minnesota, one against Seattle, playing very well. This was now the 3rd iteration of the Hughes Bowl that's taken place. None of them have been at the Rock. They've all first 2 were in Vancouver, this one in Minnesota.
This is going great.
And then they come back home against the Carolina team where they really could have got some fans back on board. You know, they've been losing fans. The interest has been waning for Devils fans tremendously over the last couple of weeks. And they really could have taken this as an opportunity to really get some people back on board. I was in the house for that game. It was a Christmas present, so we were on site for that one. And started out okay. Gave up a goal. Okay, you gave up a goal. Markstrom gave up a shit goal, like a very weak one. You could feel the air just deflate out of the arena. Even though they cut it to 2-1, nobody believed that it was going to get closer than that. Carolina went on to win 4-1 in a very disappointing showing. Earlier in the day, before the game, they had put Colin White and Juho Lamico on waivers. And then Palat got sick, and Lamico played that night. So would they have to pull him off waivers to put him in the lineup, or is he?
I think it's an emergency recall or some stupid like that protects teams against shit like this.
They had Lenny.
think.
They had Lenny. They called up Lenny Hamanhaho.
Lenny Dykstra?
Lenny Hamanhaho.
Have you
who
ever
was-
heard of another sports player named Lenny?
No. I'll have to think about that.
Other than Lenny Dykstra.
I feel like, wasn't there a quarterback? Lenny?
I mean, I'm sure there was a Len. There's been
Oh,
a
maybe-
couple Lens,
okay.
but not a Lenny.
Leonard's.
But they didn't,
Right, but no Lenny. Hey, Lenny,
didn't-
you're up, buddy.
they didn't have him make his NHL debut at home because he didn't have any practice time with the team.
It's very important.
So they put Lemico in there. Lemico plays 6 minutes of a 60-minute game. So really, who gives a fuck? Why not just put the rookie in for 6 minutes? Let him get his debut at home. Instead, he's going to debut tonight in Calgary after having one pregame skate with the team. So really, how much practice time did he have with the team? They traveled yesterday, no practice.
I got to interrupt you for a second.
Of
So
course.
Amanda Stein put on the Twix that fucking video on the catwalk walking to the press box at Saddle Dome. I mean, they're closing the Saddle Dome down, right? So this is like the last year. It's next year's the last year they're going to do it.
It's
But
notoriously
if
very
you
scary.
if you were a media person and you had I don't know if I could do it. I honestly, I swear to God, I don't know if I could do it.
So
Couldn't you
Islanders
just look
do
up?
the same thing?
No,
Every team must be doing
that's so much fucking
It's
worse.
crazy.
Looking up?
Looking up is so much worse.
Why? It's just
because
the roof.
because your brain knows how high that is from the floor because your feet were just on the floor. In some
What if you were blindfold? What if somebody put you in a blindfold?
Yeah, that
That wouldn't be frightening at all.
Are you kidding? All right, you keep going.
Okay, and this is where the railing had collapsed, so make sure you walk straight.
Oh God, it's like that Family Guy episode where they had this the Death Star and the guys controlling the laser. They didn't have a railing behind them. It was really funny. Anyway, but no, I would never in a million years would I friggin' do that. Never.
I think you would.
I
think
you're right, but I was on the roof of the World Trade Center.
All right,
when I was a kid, when I was a kid, and going around the observation deck, it was white knuckling it the entire way around because
So this goes back all the way to then. So it's not like you had liked heights at one point and then over your lifetime.
Nope. But I can do roller coasters. I have no problems with a 400-foot roller coaster. Let's go.
400-foot high.
Yeah. The King of Ka in New Jersey was 400 feet. 420 feet, actually. I had no problems with that.
So maybe they just put you in a cart and rolled you across the Saddle Dome.
I in my head, I thought you were going with they just put you in a coma. I think that's where you need to go.
That would work.
That's where I thought you were going. That's where you should be going.
Speaking of comas, the Devils play tonight in Calgary, Thursday at Edmonton, Saturday in Vancouver, and then Sunday in Seattle. So it's a 4 and 7 kind of week, all on the road after being at home on Saturday. So a lot of travel and a lot of road games and a back-to-back in there. I don't think things are going to go well.
Eat a cock, Linda.
Next.
All right, Billy.
Well, who's
Penguins.
next? Tiebreaker. Okay. Penguins.
Wait. Did I almost
decent-
get that right? All right,
What?
I almost get that wrong. Are the Penguins and Islanders that
They're
close in
tied.
the standings? That's my bad. I didn't even bother looking because I didn't give the Penguins a chance, Billy. So I apologize for that.
Yeah, but somebody has to go next. It's fine.
No, listen. I just want to. I apologize. It should be Nick who goes next.
Ladies and
For
gentlemen,
some
let's
reason,
say hello to our good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer.
Penguins are ahead of the Islanders in the standings. I'm sorry.
All right, we're going next then.
All
right.
That's
Hold on.
1000% my bad.
Hold on, Bill. Hold your horses.
I can't believe somebody's paying to sponsor this show with glaring mistakes like that.
All right. Well, Isles now tied with the Penguins. Little behind on the I guess what the percentage here. Whatever the tiebreaker is.
It's the same winning percentage.
It is. We have more wins. I don't know.
No, it's goals for. It's goals for.
Is that really the next
156 to 141.
Okay. All right. Well, they're identical.
Really close. It's
Yeah.
Really, really close.
Really close. This week this is the middle of the this past week has been the middle of the 7-game road trip, mostly West Coast. Right now we're 1-2 this week. There's a couple games left in the road trip this week, wrapping up with back at home on Sunday. So start of the week, 5-4 loss to the Jets. Oh, lost Tom.
No,
5-4 loss.
he dropped off. I wouldn't say we lost him.
No. Okay. 5-4 loss to the Jets. It was a weird game where Jets were up 3-0. Isles opened it up and scored 3 goals to tie it in the second in about 3 minutes. Just it looked like this was all of a sudden a game. And then 2 more goals by the Jets, kind of closed that out. In the third period, Isles, pulled the goalie early, like Wah does. Isles were on the 6-on-5 for a bit. Schaefer made a few, just a sequence where he stopped the goal from in the empty net at least like a couple times in the sequence, and then the last comes back around, ends up getting the shot on goal to make it a 1-goal game. Just not enough time to really get there when you're down by 2, but it was just one of those games where it got away from them quickly, and they should have had it, but I don't know. Bizarre game, just too many mistakes, too open of a game, but whatever. Followed up 2 nights later with a much better game, a 1-0 shutout against Mr. McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. So I think he had something like a 19 or 20 game point streak.
He did, not anymore.
Which got snapped by Sorokin. I don't know what to say, man. He just played out of his mind. The team played real well. It was a good game. It was a really tight, good game. Only goal was a power play goal, surprise power play goal by Leclerc in the bumper spot, getting by getting a pass from Barzal to quick tic-tac-toe, Barzal to Richie to Duclair in the middle. And yeah, man, it was a tight game, fun to watch. They should have been up a few goals in the first period. I mean, Edmonton did not come out good, but they didn't convert, and it made it really hard. I mean, then it's like one of those things where Edmonton just turns it on sometimes offensively, and you just can't stop them from coming into the zone. McDavid gets the puck, and you're like, good luck stopping him from entering the zone and getting it in.
I watched a lot of that game, and it was a fun hockey game to watch. It was a good hockey game to watch.
It was good. It was enjoyable.
Right.
I like.
It seemed like old school hockey. It was very defensive and
exactly. Very tight game. Once the teams kind of settled in after the first. I think the first was a little. I also definitely had them in, but outside of that, it was a great game. Calgary. Then we had the whole Saddle Dome final game there. They did a whole thing on the catwalk up there, and it was funny.
Nobody had any problems walking across it.
Shannon Hogan was interviewing. She was interviewing one of the players. I think I forget who she was interviewing. Asked him about the catwalk. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't do it. I don't know what it is.
Player would never go up there.
The players don't even know what it is. They don't go up there. It's a media thing. So then they
don't watch the broadcast. How would they know?
No, right. So they did a tour and of it, while with the shaky cam and everything. And yeah, it is. What's impressive to me is there's an entire set of server racks up there. It's all the equipment they installed apparently to support having other things.
Friggin' IT nerd. You're an IT nerd.
Dude, it's floating in the middle above the thing. It's just cool. It's a cool thing. Whatever.
4.9 3200 up there. It's a very fat.
Anyway, Isles played like dung, played bad in this game. I don't know what it is. Sometimes you can't beat a bad team. I don't know why. Sometimes they have a hard time against some teams, and Calgary they didn't trade Rasmussen yet, but he clearly I guess maybe that was part of the reason they were playing better, or Isles just playing like shit. I don't know. They did not play well this game. They lost 4-2. Not a lot to write home about in this one. It was just a forgettable game. It was one of those games where I felt like I should turn it off, and that thing. I think Tom said it. He's like, I don't turn games off, right? You said that last week, right?
I usually do, but I need to suffer like everybody else.
So it was.
So
Yeah.
I watched the entire Boston game and watched
Yeah.
every 10 goals.
Yeah.
I saw them all. And
Yeah.
then I was forced while I was stuck in Canada last week while it was snowing to watch the Ottawa New York game on Canadian TV, which sucked even worse.
Well, I took your advice and I watched the whole game, and I don't know why I did. It was dumb.
You're a
dumb.
glutton.
Glutton. Yeah, it was not great. It
Glutton
was
for punishment.
We were down 3 goals. I mean, we were down 4. It was 4-0. Pajot scored like immediately, and then Wah was snapping at the team to like get one more before the end of the period, and it's 2-goal game going to the third, right? And it's very winnable, but they couldn't turn that corner and get that goal. And
raise your hand if you feel bad for Nick.
No, don't. But they were literally, I think it was 6-on-5 for like 6 minutes in this game. Wah pulled the goalie with like 6 minutes in. They didn't score empty netter on him. Isles scored after 3 minutes or something ridiculous, 6-on-5, and then then it was like they just couldn't do it. But it was just annoying games. Last thing I want to talk about. Interesting thing came up. I was kind of on Reddit yesterday. Shut your trap. The
not supposed to react
after yesterday's game. Whatever. He did it purposely, so he gets it. The Isles are 2-8-1 when they outshoot their opponent by 7 or more games.
7 or more games?
Goals or shots. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Outshoot, yeah. But they're 14-3 when they're outshot by 7 or more in a game. It's second. So they're second in the NHL.
Wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Second in the NHL when they're outshot by 7 or more shots in the game, and they're dead last when they outshoot team by 7, which is really interesting to me. Just like I found it very not odd, but like
it just seems like once they get a lead, they now automatically go into a shell.
Correct.
Well, this year, Devilitis came to the Flyers. I found out that they've let the first goal happen in a game like 32 times this year. They played 48 fucking games and let in the first goal 32 times so far, except for the Ranger game, and then they got blown out. So,
well, the Devils won't be outdone because they're up to 28 and 48.
That's still not as bad as the fucking Flyers.
Only by 4 games. Give us a chance. We'll get there.
You're right.
Let me take it again. I can suck. I can fail.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
All right. Anyway, Isles played tonight, 10 p.m. 10 o'clock game sucks.
All 3 of us are on the West Coast this week.
Yeah, this is the worst. And we play Vancouver, so Mr. Sherwood is gone. So I'm sure they'll light us up. I mean, who knows? Another game against Seattle on Wednesday to close out the 7-game stretch.
Watch out. Could be young Philip Heedle's return to the Vancouver lineup tonight. Watch out.
Could be. We'll see how it goes. Could be it was Mr. Kachuk's return to the ice tonight.
Did you see him
and he got
absolutely annihilated?
Rocked.
Delorier the puck came across and Kachuk was trying to play it. It was an elevated puck and he knocked it down, but he didn't really have control over it, and he got blasted. It was great. Great hit.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking great, man.
All right. 1,400 games for Sidney Crosby. I did the math. I am at right now, currently, 4,000
NHL games.
And 30 days employed at my employer. I missed day number 4,000 happened on December 11th of this year. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Show off.
So I have more games than Sid. So
great. That company sucks.
Well, thank you all for this math that I've been enjoying thus far in the show. But a lot of the complaints that I'm hearing. How do I get that?
He's only doing that because we're 54 minutes into the episode already. That's why
it's not my fault.
The guy that said 7 words the whole fucking show.
Oh God! What was I saying?
Who knows?
Penguins, blah blah blah. Who knows?
So the fact that Tom and Steve are both having such a shit time talking about their teams. puts me in a spot where, as a Penguins fan, I have to acknowledge that they may be playing this season to go back to the playoffs this year. Personally, I'm not a believer that this team is a playoff team, but I do have to acknowledge that where they're at right now, tied for second place in the division. At this point in the season, would suggest that they may not be like selling parts this coming at this at this trade deadline. They may actually, with like their $11 million in cap space and now all of a sudden a lot of good assets, good prospects in their system. They've got a lot of teams would make a trade with them. A lot of teams would make a trade with them. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Would I be correct in assuming you would rather they just toe the line and go with status quo and not move prospects for a Panarin?
Those two together.
I don't know about
with
Panarin.
Malkin, but you have the cap space.
We have the cap space, and I think we have good prospects to trade. I wouldn't like to see them do it with some, do that for somebody like a Panarin, who I think is we've definitely seen a decline in his ability. So I don't think he's a guy that's gonna, be.
I think you mean decline in his production, not his ability, because he's still great.
Either or, yeah. So I mean, his production is declining, and I wouldn't want to see them trade really good prospects for somebody who's not going to be useful for them 2-3 years down the line at least. Because this, even if they're trying to go for the playoffs, this is not a team that's really going to challenge for the Stanley Cup. Like I'm not like, hey, let's go all in for a cup run, because I don't think that's reasonable whatsoever. But if it's a deal that can make them good for the next few years, then that's where, yeah, sure, maybe they can trade the kid from Michigan or one of these other prospects, or
the prospect of a first round matchup of the Islanders and Penguins is extremely attractive. It would be a great series. I'm just saying, it would be a fucking great series.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're all here for it.
By the way, did you guys see like what the AHL team for the Red Wings is doing to the I mean, they have like 2 losses, this was like a week ago that I checked, because Wilkes-Barre was doing pretty well, so I was just looking at their standings, and
how was Scranton doing?
Scranton was also doing pretty well.
Oh, that's a great joke. Sorry,
but I guess Grand Rapids is destroying the AHL, and they only played certain teams, but
and also be mindful, Detroit Red Wings have $28.3 million in cap space. Is that even possible? Where are they in the standings? They are well in a position.
Yeah,
in the playoffs. 64 points, number 2, only tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning atop the Atlantic.
Yep. Yes, they're good.
Panarin, DeBrincat, and Kane all on a line
with Dougie Hamilton at
the why not? Why not? Bring out your dead. We'll take them.
So the Pens will be also on that West Coast trip through this week. They had a game in Seattle tonight, then they go to Calgary on Wednesday, Edmonton on Thursday, Vancouver on Sunday. So all the same teams,
Oh wow, yeah.
playing in a different order. So tough road trip.
Wait, hold on, Bill. I'm sorry. We've had teams come into the Metro, into the Friends and Rivals gauntlet, as we call it. I don't know if we call it that, but
we just did now.
Yeah, we just did. Has it ever happened to reverse, where all 4 of our teams in succession had played a team on the road?
You're going to have to get on with Elias Sports Bureau to find that out.
Or Copilot or Chat GPT or something. Because
One
we
of
know
our
accurate
incredible
they
listeners will do that research.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What do you got? Anything? Nothing. Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
So since they returned from the holiday break, the Penguins have had like 14 games, or 12 or 14 games, 2 regulation losses in that whole time. And both of them were by 1 goal, and that was like before last week. So the fact that they're just accruing points in every game is put them in a good spot when you think about the absolute disarray that some other teams in the division are in. So that could just prompt the Penguins to be buyers here. That's all I'm saying.
The Penguins have 23 wins, right? In 48 games. The Devils
and the 14
have
regulation losses.
24 wins in 48 games, are in 9th place. The Penguins are in 2nd in the Metro.
11 overtime losses, yeah.
Wowzers.
And the 14 regulation losses, that's the second best number in the East. And 6th best in the NHL. So like they're in every game, and that's
you gotta play tight games. You can't get blown out. You can't lose by 2. You gotta,
if you're gonna lose in overtime or shootout.
Get that point.
Couldn't agree with you more.
So that's what's up with the Pens.
Great.
All right, we're gonna do some cards. I remembered I put it on the fucking agenda this week.
Ugh.
I was so proud of myself that I was about to hit
proud.
send, and I went, "Whoa, no, I have to move things down." A twofer? No, we can't do it.
No, he's saying left or right.
Which-
Oh,
Left or right? I'm just doing the mixing them.
left hand.
Okay. It's always one. It's never more than one.
I know it was stupid of me to think of that.
Not stupid. All right. It's gonna be. See how we do
What
here.
a production guy. Good job, buddy.
Okay, we're off to. Oh boy, it's so hard to see some of these names. It's like
Sure,
okay.
you're just biting time to see how you can pronounce it.
Tyler Bertuzzi. I
There you go.
pronounce that one. I can pronounce that one. Roop Ince. Roop Hines.
Oh
Roop
my God.
Hines.
No, Nick. It's Rope Hints. Rope Hints.
Bobby
Roop
Brink.
Hines.
Fuck the Flyers.
Yeah,
Fuck
the
the
Flyers.
The Flyers.
Fuck the Flyers.
Oh no, a double. Ryan Poling. Another Flyer.
Pooling. Ryan Pooling, but I mean,
All right. Ooh.
Now
We're here
those
for the
are
names.
We
garbage.
got a Juraj Slavoslavsky. Slavoslavsky.
There's a K in there.
Slavoslavsky.
Kovsky. Slavakovsky.
That's a pretty cool one.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
it
was.
is.
All right, now we got a
That's
shiny.
what his mother was hoping for. So I'm going to mispronounce
this
her
one's-
last name and say
I'm gonna
this
mess
one's
this
a
one up.
good one.
All right. Artyom Lashushinov. That's about right. Ooh, that was pretty cool. I like that one.
I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's wrong.
That's not it.
Levushinov.
There's
Levushinov?
so many Lashushinovs. Are you kidding?
Levushinov. Ooh. Ah. So
If
Gabe.
you don't see the genius of this segment, go fuck
He's got
yourself.
this one. He's got.
Oh,
that
got
one.
Bob?
Got Bob. That's cool. All right.
He just called
Colton.
him Massive Schnazinski.
Colton Dosh. Dosh?
No, no. No.
Connor Murphy. That one's easy. I can do that one.
He's
Are
got
you,
Put
it.
all
are you
American
sure that
boy.
was easy? Are you sure that was easy?
Makachuk. Douche.
Oh, Maddie.
Parker Kelly? Parker Kelly. That one's easy. Hey, we finally got one. Stefan Nosen.
Oh,
New Jersey,
great.
Jersey.
Great.
It's
What?
Nason, but I mean, you're close.
Close enough. We got like very little of our teams.
That's weird.
It's been a very strange little trip here.
I will say, though, hands down in the industry, Upper Deck picks the best photos for cards.
I
Always
couldn't
has.
agree with you more. The
Always has,
design
always
has
will.
always been
This is
great.
this is not maybe the easiest to see in my camera, but that is a pretty good picture. It is
Right.
like it's
Right up
pretty
and
cool.
close.
Now, yeah, it's a good. These are good photo
Good photos.
pictures.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
liking it.
The Makachuk one really stood out to me. Like you're not going to see that photo on a Topps card ever.
No.
They would
Yeah.
never put that on a card. It's too
It's cool.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it.
too in between play. For
Yeah,
them.
yeah. But it's a good picture of the guys, you know.
Right. And
What do you
him
get?
chewing on the
I wish you
mouthpiece, I mean,
didn't.
that's him.
Yeah, I wish you didn't know his last name and then tried to pronounce it.
Chuck.
Fucking shit.
Chuck.
Ugh.
Glad you guys enjoy my segment.
We have more, right? There's more, or is that it?
No, that was it.
That's it for
That was
today.
it?
That's it for
Stefan
today.
Noasen was the last one.
I wanted more. You had
We
me
have
hooked.
more.
You had me hooked.
Stefan
Yeah, more.
Noasen was the last one.
By the way, I have one more. Next week's the last pack. However, it is not the last part of the segment.
Oh,
We got another box?
Yay!
Well, this one's different. This is like just a 4-pack. This is
Right.
This
We-
is
That's got to be 20 packs.
no, it's not 20 packs.
No, it's 8 or 10 packs, something like that. 9 packs.
9?
9?
9 plus some other stuff. I don't know. We'll find out whatever.
He's got to be getting out soon, don't you think?
It'll be fun.
We do this every year. We do this every year. We always
What?
say, "Oh, he's got to be getting out this year."
Who?
9?
Fritch. I think he's got a couple more years to go.
Really? You think it's 27? I thought it was 25 for some stupid. But again, we go through this every fucking stupid shit every single year. But we figure it out.
I'm sure he listens. I'm sure he listens.
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh no, I'm sure. And he's the guy on Twitch, right? He's the guy on Twitch that listens.
All right. Well, it is Martin Luther King Day, so we've got a weekly WTF presents the best Black Guys Ever Hockey Player Edition. So for all of our teams, let's see who are the best, and you know, maybe each of us can talk about who our favorite was on each of our teams.
Oh my god.
So in the Devils, we got the first one ever was Claude Vilgrain.
Yeah.
Bryce Salvador was notable. Kevin Weeks, of course, and PK Subban.
I listen. Bryce Salvador, great player, great player. He may come from. He's not dark enough.
No, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't
Whoa.
matter?
Does it?
Wow.
All right.
How many days were you employed at Sanfi?
0 days since our last incident. 0 days.
4,030, 4,035.
4,000 never going to work here anymore.
uh,
It doesn't matter.
yeah, you're right. I know. It's
Very good player. Very, very not so great on TV.
True.
Yeah, not a big fan. I agree with you. But PK Subban wasn't the greatest devil. I would take Kevin Weeks.
I would go Claude. I don't think
Claude?
any of the other
Okay.
three really deserve it.
Not a captain, a former captain.
No.
Wow. All right.
If you were a captain and the team was really fucking shitty, does it matter?
Sure it does, partner.
No.
We
Kevin,
got
is
the
Kevin Weeks going to be on
Islanders.
all of ours?
What's that?
Is Kevin Weeks going to be on all of ours?
Kevin's Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
he's one of
Their
the two
first
guys,
ever
right?
was Graham Townshend, and then
Kyle.
the other guys.
Raposo.
You can go off script too, Nick, if you got another
Raposo.
favorite.
Look,
Definitely Kyle
Was it?
Oposo. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. I
No,
fucking hated that
no, I
guy.
don't think he's
Duclair just
Great.
recently had a hat trick.
He did. He's only been with the team for less than a season.
So does that move him up some ladder somewhere?
Wouldn't it? Well, it's like, what have you done for me lately with these other guys?
Listen, all right, I buy that. All right.
Over to the Rangers. Keandre Miller, Sandy
Kevin
McCarthy,
Weeks.
Anson Carter, Kevin Weeks.
I mean, Anson Carter's the first one you always think, but I
always
Lord.
really like Sandy McCarthy.
Good
When I saw that
Lord.
name come up today.
Oh, I mean, he was just a team guy, man. He just beat
Yeah.
everybody up. I'm gonna go Sandy McCarthy. I agree.
All right, now our Pittsburgh Penguins. Their first was Darren Lowe.
Where's Kevin Weeks?
80s. Yeah, doesn't it stink? He didn't make it to the Penguins.
Ah,
Played on.
would you like a team that Kevin Weeks played for, please? Jesus.
I know. So mine does not include Kevin Weeks, but we got P.O. Joseph, Mark Johnstone, and Boko Imama. And I got to go Mark Johnstone because
No, can I go option 5?
5. Yeah, what's your option?
George LaRock.
I kind of stayed away from the tough guys. That's a good point. I did steer clear of the Ryan Reeveses and the guys like that.
But Sandy McCarthy was included.
Yeah, he was more than a goon, though.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I would agree.
Anyway, my vote was Mark Johnstone because he graduated from St. Joe's, where my son was at high school. So
Fair.
I go with him. This on MLK Day, this is our questions. This is Martin Luther King in Carbonite.
Oh, after okay.
First trip to the Emperor. I don't have any questions.
Boba Fett's definitely going to have to take that away. Now, was that after Han, but before Luke? Was that a second test that they did?
I don't know the lore of it.
Was it before Han? Was that the primary
I want to make
test?
you as uncomfortable. No. Well, fuck that shit. I want to make him as uncomfortable as possible for right now for not including the last slide to be just almost naked women.
Oh, that thing.
That's I was expecting that as well.
5 minutes.
I mean, on a holiday like today, I mean, like kind of a holiday is a holy day, right? I don't want to be disrespectful to Dr. T.
This is a holy day?
Is skin and stuff.
Maybe we should
Shameful.
stop.
I don't want to be shameful.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Before we get to Tina,
Stop whining.
we are going to go to 2014. Yeah,
Hold
again, I will get this. Maybe you know how long it took me to get the cards thing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
2014?
Yeah. Go to October 9th. Rocktober 9
of 2014.
That one.
Or really whatever year you have that's close enough.
No, I got to show the year. Showing the year is part of it. I have to prove.
Wait, listen, you need to prove nothing at this
What
point
day?
anymore.
What? I'm sorry.
October 9th.
10/9/14 was a Thursday.
Damn.
No breakfast.
Whoa.
Boo.
Ham and cheese, Coke Zero with some Cheez-Its on the side.
Mm.
A little hot chocolate in the afternoon. Dinner was a chicken cordon bleu pasta.
Whoa.
There was a salad before and a little apple dessert and a can of Coke Zero. Tom, why did you pick Thursday, October 9th in the year 2014?
Look at this lady. This is Tina. I'm going to refrain from telling you Tina's last name because I want her to tell you what her last name is.
That's a man, baby.
An M80 firecracker with generous hips.
Generous.
What's shaking? I'm Tina Terranova. I don't know about love at first sight. I mean, come on. Can we be realistic here? I'm not going to settle. Look around.
Look at the eyeshadow matching the lipstick, by the way. And the hair just like, good Lord in heaven, the 80s rocked.
Everybody settled. My best quality is my unwavering allegiance to myself. I know who I am.
Damn
if you
straight.
don't or you can't figure
That's
it
right.
out. I'm not a great sleeper. I do a lot of horse kicks in the night, so you're going to have to be patient. Other than that,
Wait.
Horse?
If this bitch kicks
What
at
the
night
horse?
in the bed, I don't know. I'm going to have to rock bottom her right in the bed.
I'm friggin' great. Have I ever been in love? Sure. I don't like when guys are too talkity with a waitress. I find it revolting. Don't call her.
All right. Sorry, Tina Terranova. You would not like my bantering with the
Oh my
cashier
God.
or any waitress ever in the history of restaurants.
Tom's kryptonite is a fucking waitress, man.
What are you talking? I talked her ear off. They love
Has
me.
to talk. Has to come up with some terrible fucking comment.
Don't know what you're
But does not
about.
call. I don't think you call them sweetie ever.
Sweetie? No.
Yeah, I don't think
Maybe
you're
if it was an older lady, yes.
Yeah?
I would. Yeah. I have done. I've been known to do that. If it's an older lady.
Well, Tina Terranova does not like when people call people sweetie.
She is an older lady now, but oof.
Honey, act like a human being. I don't like it if you want things from me.
What?
Period. Do I believe in God? I mean, if this is the kind of conversation I'm going to have on a date, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to excuse myself to go to the loo. I'm going to sneak out the back door of the restaurant.
Right. If you're fucking not from England, you can't fucking call it the loo.
No.
You gotta call it the bathroom,
the
men's
bathroom,
room,
the head,
the women's room.
Yeah.
I gotta hit the head, whatever. But you can't call it the fucking loo.
No. It's like saying I waited on the cube to ring up at the register. It just doesn't make sense. No.
Yeah, we were all thinking it. Thank you for saying it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to hitchhike to a water park. I don't want to talk about God with anybody. That's why I didn't have kids. I am.
That's not why.
Wow.
You don't have the biology.
That is not why. I agree with that statement. That is not why. I mean, Tina, I think we have to find out at the end of this whole thing. Would you date her? Would you go on the date if you saw this?
No. Not
put yourself Put yourself in the 80s.
No, the rock turtleneck, the shadow lipstick combination, like you pointed out. I don't.
So I was at the outlets this weekend, and I was looking for sweaters because it's chilly. It's winter down here, and I need sweaters to keep me warm. And I think I went to one of them, like the Guess or the Gap or whatever the fuck it was, and they had a sweater with a turtleneck, and I went, "Oh my god, these are not back." And all I saw was The Rock with his fanny pack and his fucking turtleneck. Great. Yeah. Sorry. So please don't bring back the turtlenecks like Tina Terranova has.
Fucking great.
Look, if she was, you know that, like, today aside, because I know I disappointed you, Tom. You know the redhead that usually is at the end of these things. Like,
yes,
if this woman looked like her, but was still this woman that I've been hearing talk, no, I would.
Oh yeah.
No, I would not. I would not go out with her.
I suck. Wow. Even if she looked like the red, no.
Yeah,
I'm calling Bravo Sierra on that one. There is no. I mean, that lady could have said she was Satan herself, the redhead, and you would still go out with her. So I call Bravo Sierra on that.
I like her very much until she opened her mouth.
Really, you listen? I mean, all right, if you want to. But Tina, Dorito, would you go out with Tina? I mean,
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You wouldn't take her to Kendall Park roller skating rink and do the love skate with her to friggin', I don't know what was popular back then. Oh, it was not Go Shorty.
Nelson.
It was
Nelson?
Whatever the Skatosaurus was skating to. That's what it was.
After the
Four
rain.
Corners game.
Not a very good first half showing for the Hurricanes of Miami, by the way.
Just to touch on something from earlier.
What did we mess up?
Arrested in 2015, pleaded or convicted in 2017, 12 years.
Oh.
I would
parole.
bet out already. I would bet out already.
He's but doesn't say when he's eligible for parole.
Usually it's half.
Thank you.
Usually it's half. So I would bet out already.
You bet out on early on some work release program or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you work?
Not at a school, probably.
Not at a hospital.
Not at a hospital.
Definitely not at a hospital again.
Liquor store?
Is he back? Is that liquor store in Kendall Park still there?
Still there,
where the
yeah.
old skating rink was.
I don't think a liquor store would be good because
it's over there.
People pass out in liquor stores. It's got to be somewhere where people are very, very aware.
And when not a convenience store, right?
Prone to
the guy checking the eggs.
Unconscious.
No. All right. Well, what a week of hockey. What a great 120 minutes of fucking pure entertainment we just gave you.
An hour and 20 minutes. That's 80 minutes, not 120 minutes. But okay.
Math's not.
Well, an hour and 20 minutes. Who gives a shit?
An hour and 20 is.
It's not math. The math.
Listen,
podcast, all right. Not the money podcast, Steve.
The banana pudding ice cream. If you can, I could not recommend it more. It was fucking good. In fact, I might go have some more.
Okay,
I only had a
terrific.
So it was like 7 spoonfuls. 7 spoonfuls.
There you go, spoonfuls.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You all right? I learned it by watching you.
There's no question about that. Go on all of our socials and follow us. We're working on a guest, so hopefully we get one in the next couple of weeks. If I've worked the communication properly, on February 2nd, we might have somebody join the show that leads us into the Olympic break. So until then, see you next Monday. Bill, say something, Woody.
Black Power.
Oh.